Today we are starting with the new topic, that is the coordinate geometry. It's very simple and very easy topic. There are three formulas in this topic and all questions are based upon these three formulas. And most of the question from every formula you get at least one question in a paper. So before you understand this, let's start from the class 9. We revise the coordinate geometry. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is origin. O is origin, where all the points are 0 and 0. This is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this one is the fourth quadrant. As you know, in previous class you have already done, here x and y both are positive, here x is negative, y is positive, here both x and y are negative, here x is positive and y are negative. The value of x is called abscissa and value of y is called ordinate. And when we write both together, that they are coordinates. Right? Today we are going to discuss the formula, that is the distance formula. Distance formula is, there is a line, if this is a line A and the points are x1 y1 and b is x2 y2, then the distance AB will be equal to x2 minus x1 raised to the power 2, y2 minus y1 raised to the power 2. You can take any value as x1 or any as x2, because when you substitute in the value formula, that does not make any difference. Like if you interchange, the answer will be either plus or minus, but when you do the square of that, that will be plus. So you take any value x1 y1 or any x2 y2, that does not change the solution of the equation, right? So before we, and then is distance from origin. Distance from origin. Distance from origin will be x squared plus y squared under the root. Reason being, one of the value here will be 0. So x squared plus y squared. So first question is how to prove following geometrical figures with the help of distance formula. Number one is equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. That means the distance of all sides should be equal. 2. Isosceles triangle. Distance of any two sides should be equal. Number 3, a right angle triangle. Use Pythagoras theorem. That means sum of square of any two should be equal to square of third. Isosceles right angled triangle. Isosceles right angle triangle is use 2 and 3 properties both. Use 2 and 3 both properties union, meaning by 2 and 3. Fifth, rectangle. Opposite sides are equal and diagonals are also equal. That is important. Diagonals are equal. That is more important. Why? Because in parallelogram also opposite sides are equal and diagonals are not equal. That also you have to prove. The diagonals are not equal. Seventh, rhombus. All sides are equal and diagonals are not equal. And in square, same, all sides are equal and diagonals are also equal. So we have to take a pause here for a minute. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. You cannot leave here because then you will not be able to identify whether it is a parallelogram or a rectangle. If you prove diagonals are not equal, then it's a parallelogram. If you prove diagonals are equal, then it is a rectangle. Same square and rhombus. All sides are equal. It can be square, it can be rectangle. But if the diagonals are not equal, then it is a rhombus. If diagonals are equal, then it is a square. So you have to be very much clear. And the last one is in this segment is collinear points. Collinear points is sum of distance of any two should be equal to distance of third. That when I solve the sum, you will be able to know that what I am saying. Let's do few questions. Example number 1. Example number 1 is points are given -5 and 7, and this is A, and B is -1 and 3. Find the distance of A, B. Solution. This is A, this is B, this is -5 and 7, this is -1 and 3. Distance is x2 minus x1 raised to the power 2 plus y2 minus y1 raised to the power 2. You make it practice that every time you have to write the formula. x1 y1, x2 y2. You have to write the formula. x1 y1. This is x1 y1. x2 -1 minus -5 raised to the power 2 plus 3 minus 7 raised to the power 2 under the root -1 plus 5 raised to the power 2 plus -4 raised to the power 2. That is also equal to 4 square plus 4 square. 4 square plus 4 square under the root 16 plus 16 under root 32. If you can further factorize, you will factorize 4 root 2 units, but you will not find the answer in decimal. Question number 2. Question number 2 is 5 and -2, 6 and 4, 7 and -2. Question is comment upon points of triangle. Meaning by points of triangle, first of all you have to find the distance, then you have to say whether it is a equilateral triangle, it is a isosceles triangle, it is a right angle triangle, or it is a isosceles triangle, or it is a scalene triangle. So for that we have to find the points. This is A, B and C. First of all we'll find AB, that is x2 minus x1 raised to the power 2 and plus y2 minus y1 raised to the power 2 under the rule x2. So always this is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2, that is 4 plus, sorry, I'm extremely sorry, and this is 6 minus 5 raised to the power 2 plus 4 plus 2 raised to the power 2, and that is under root 37. This is 1. Then BC, 7 minus 6 raised to the power 2 plus minus 2 minus 4 raised to the power 2, and this is also equal to 37. This is 2. And then AC is 7 minus 5 raised to the power 2 and minus 2 plus 2 raised to the power 2, which is equal to under root 4, which is equal to 2. So now we have everything. So it clearly says that it is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle, because sum of square of 2 is not equal to the square of third, so we cannot say that this is a right angle triangle. So then another question we have, that is find the value of k when 3 and k and 4 and 1 and distance between them is under root n. Find the value of k. Distance, that means x2 minus x1 raised to the power 2 plus y2 minus y1 raised to the power 2 is equal to what? Under root 10. So now you substitute the value. 4 minus 3 raised to the power 2 plus 1 minus k raised to the power 2 under the root is equal to under root 10. We can remove the under root because both sides, or we can say squaring both sides, automatically the root will be eliminated. This will be 1 plus, this will be 1 plus k square minus 2k is equal to 10, or k square minus 2k minus 8 is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. K square minus 4k, k square minus 4k plus 2k minus 8 is equal to 0. K is common, k minus 4 plus 2 is common, k minus 4 is equal to 0, k minus 4 and k plus 2 is equal to 0, k will be equal to 4 and k will be equal to minus 2. Most of the time student then get confused whether we can get the answer in negative or not. We can get in coordinate geometry any, because if you see here all points are negative, right? So k can be anywhere. So in coordinate geometry, whenever we find the answer, it can be negative, it can be positive, provided any condition is not given. This is question number 4. This is also very important. Students most of the times does the mistake in this. What point on x-axis is equidistance from minus 4 and 6 and 5 and 9. When we are talking about what point on x-axis, that means some point is on x-axis. So that means a point, let's say A, x has some value on x-axis. This is x-axis. What is the value of y on x-axis? 0. And this is B and this is C, minus 4 and 6, 5 and 9. When he says that equidistance, it does not mean midpoint. It means distance are equal. If I am sitting in sector 8 Then sector 19 and sector 18 from 8 are equidistant diagonally. But if I'm sitting in sector 8, sector 7 and sector 9, then 8 is the midpoint of 7 and 9. Midpoint is when it is a straight line. Equidistance does not mean they lie in a straight line. They can be equal in a distance diagonally also. They can be in opposite direction also. They can be anywhere, right? So equidistance. From the question it says that AB is equal to AC. Formula is x2 minus x1 raised to the power 2, y2 minus y1 raised to the power 2 under the root. So x1 is x plus 4 raised to the power 2 plus 0 minus 6 raised to the power 2 under the root is equal to x minus 5 raised to the power 2, 0 minus 9 raised to the power 2. So squaring both sides, because we have only left hand side and right hand side, this will be x square plus 4 plus 8x plus 36 is equal to x square plus 25 minus 10x plus 81. This is cancelled. 8x plus 10x is equal to 25 plus 81 minus 4 minus 36. 18x is equal to 40, 41 and 25. 41 and 25, 66. 40. It will be 16. 16. So it will be 60. This will be 52. 31. 52. So it will be 54. X will be 3. So the coordinate on X will be 3 and 0. That will be the answer. Because we are finding the coordinate. We are not finding the X. Right? So if it says that the question is 6, question 6, that find a relation between x and y, find the relation between x and y such that x and y is equidistance from 3 and 6 and minus 3 and 4. X and y are equidistance from 3 and 6 and minus 3 and 4. So this is A, B, C. That means AB is equal to BC. AC. AB is equal to AC, or AB square is equal to AC square. That means x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 6 whole square under the root is equal to x plus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square under the root. We'll open it. That will be x square plus 9 minus 6x plus y square plus 36 minus 12y is equal to x square plus 9 plus 6x plus y square plus 16 minus 8x. Y x x y cancel, 9 cancel. This is minus 6x minus 6x minus 12y, and this is plus 8y plus 36 minus 16 is equal to 0. So it will be minus 12x minus 4y plus 20 is equal to 0 divided by 4 minus 4. 3x plus y minus 5 is equal to 0. That is the relationship. So the another sum is that points are 7, 1 and 2, 3 and 1, and 2 and 3. Check whether these are collinear points. So collinear points will find A, P, Q. We'll find the distance of AP, 3 minus 1 raised to the power 2, 1 minus raised to the power 2, this is 4 under root 5. PQ, 2 minus 3 raised to the power 2 plus 3 minus 1 raised to the power 2, this is 1 again under root 5. Then AQ, 2 minus 1 raised to the power 2 plus 3 minus 2 raised to the power 2, this is under root 2. So sum of any two is not equal to sum of distance of any two is not equal to distance of third. So therefore points are not collinear. Rather than it is an isosceles